is Movies in Contemplation with Jarokk and...
Oh, am I talking to you?
Yeah.
You're so vain. You probably think this song is about
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
What? I'm so sorry, but...
You thought I fucking farted, didn't you? No, it wasn't me. It was the chair.
Because right before...
Hello!
Right before you're about to speak, there was a squeak.
Oh! Fuck it.
Hell.
Welcome, everybody. Contemplators. Hello.
Oh my gosh, guys. It is so good to be back.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
I feel like it's been forever.
It does feel that way. I mean, everything's all fucked because
Yeah.
we got survival jobs again, and we're on separate schedules, which sucks, but
Yeah, it sucks. But, you know,
it is what it is.
gotta do what you gotta do.
That's right. So, everybody, today, contemplators, we have ourselves a Cali pick today.
Yes, we do. We're doing dick.
We're doing dick. We're getting on that dick.
On the dick.
We're getting on that dick.
When you do that, but it's so funny at the same time.
1999 dick. Andrew Flynn.
So many dick jokes are happening,
I
guys.
know.
Like, buckle in.
1999 dick. Nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Fleming directed. Andrew Fleming also
Wrote it. Mm-hmm.
with Cheryl Longan. Stars Kristen Dunst, Michelle Williams, Dan Hedaya, and a lot of fucking...
A lot of people. There's
a lot of SNLs,
a lot
too.
of SNL. We got a couple people from Kids in the Hall
Yeah.
who are really fucking funny as shit. But we got like Will Ferrell. I mean, this is like early Will Ferrell. Dave Foley. Who played Bernstein? I can't see it. What did I say?
Bruce McCullough.
Bruce
McCullough.
McCulloch.
McCulloch.
Yes. McCulloch. Yes.
Yeah. McCulloch.
And another
Jim Brewer, obviously.
Yes, Jim Brewer, SNL. Very small role, but still made an impact.
Oh, God,
for
Dave.
sure. And a nice little cameo from Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very young.
That's what his name, and I was like, Ryan.
Yeah, when his name popped up on the credits, like, what?
Very young, looks nothing like he does now, I tell you.
It's like a lollipop. His head is like too big for his little tiny body.
His little tiny body and his eyebrows are as big as mine, even though they're fucking still threaded.
They're bushly.
They're bushly, but they're nicely fucking shaped.
Yes, they are.
Thank you.
I was talking about Ryan Reynolds.
I know, okay.
I'm kidding.
Look, I know Corona made it so that I couldn't get threaded. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So let's move on to the wine.
Yes.
We got ourselves, well, you got...
Charles and Charles.
Charles and Charles. Hold on, come out where I can see you, Charles!
Yeah, honestly...
2017 Post number 35. I don't know why I'm reading that, okay.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Columbia Valley.
Washington.
Ooh, Washington.
And also there's a image of, kind of an image, but it's like it's an American flag
and two hipster...
Two hipster looking dudes on the back.
Yeah.
It just looks...
Jay and Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob, yeah. Goodbye, horses.
Crying every... I'd fuck me. Fuck me, son.
Fuck you. Okay. Nothing really crazy to say on the back, but it just looked political. To me,
it's got the flag on it, and like we
Yeah.
said, Jay and Silent Bob on the front.
Yeah, it's a blend. I think it's
Yeah.
like mainly like a Cabernet and a Shiraz.
Yeah, let's give it
I
a
believe.
taste.
Oh, Syrah.
Oh, a Syrah.
A Syrah, not a Shiraz, but a Syrah. It's pretty good. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Not bad. Now, let's move on over to the handy-dandy Shakespearean notebook. Notebook.
All right, I got sanctimonious, three-suited, starve lackey.
Yeah.
These are new. Let's see here. Sanctimonious, hypocritical, self-righteous, three-suited, servile. Servants were allotted 3 suits of clothing per year. Interesting. I guess that's an insult because they're poor?
Probably.
Maybe, yeah. Starve lackey, one who starves his servants. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Weird. So super spooky.
Super spooky. All right.
All right.
So, Callie, what does this film mean to you?
I think this film, I think it kind of like fell through the cracks when it came out in 99. I don't think many people really got it. It just came and went. And I just think, people just didn't understand it. It's a satire on politics.
Yeah.
And has to do with the whole, Nixon and Watergate thing. And instead of what really happened with the whole Watergate scandal and whatnot, it's two teenage girls who just live in the land of makeup boys and shopping and their own little like world, and they're the ones that are like that become like the biggest threats of America because they think that they know about the whole Watergate thing.
Yeah.
And how they get entangled with Dick and all that. I just think it's fun, and I would watch it with my mom a lot. She really enjoyed watching it as well because it was around the time. I think she was
her time.
It was her time. She was kind of a teen back then, and the music's really fun. All the 70s music.
Oh, I love the music. Soundtrack's amazing.
Yeah, and Dan, how do you say his last name?
I think it's Hedaya.
Hedaya? Okay.
I think it's Dan Hedaya.
Very
very
well-known
fucking
actor,
well-known
yeah.
actor in almost every fucking
I always think
90s,
of him...
80s.
Yeah, I always think of him in Clueless as Cher's dad.
Cher, get in here!
Yeah, like just the way he like yells it just makes...
Morons! Idiots!
Yeah, like Night at the Roxbury dad and
Captain Peniel, babe.
yeah, and he does a really good Nixon. He doesn't necessarily look like him.
No.
But his mannerisms and the way he talks and everything, it was just really funny cuz I don't know, I guess I can't explain it. When I was looking it up on IMDb, people just, I guess, are like now kind of starting to rediscover it, like in the like mid to late-ish 2000s. Like, oh my god, like this
movie.
Yeah, this movie is really, really, it's really funny. It's really good. Like, I don't understand why, but I think...
I'm going to tell you, I've never heard of this.
From what I heard, it's the marketing that fucked up.
Yeah, because I didn't even know that this was a fucking thing.
Yeah.
I had no idea that this movie even existed until you honestly picked it.
Yeah.
So that is true. I guess they didn't have they didn't like you said, they didn't market this film enough well enough.
Yeah, that's what I read. But funny thing, I thought there was more of a connection than I thought, but it's still a connection.
Good boy, bud.
So back in I think like 2009, I lived in Venice Beach and I worked at the Venice Beach House, which was a very historical bed and breakfast, like right on Venice Beach. It was a lovely job. I got to be like right by the freaking beach, and it was considered a historical monument. And the owner, he was or is a military vet, and he was telling me about this guy that's him and his wife. This guy and his wife are going to be staying at the beach house, and he was just like, yeah, he is a legend. He is huge. And I'm like, what? Like, who is this guy? He's like, it's Daniel Ellsberg. Who the hell is that? Yeah. He's like, oh, he's the guy that helped kind of take down or help expose the Vietnam War. And I really didn't know. I never heard of him. Yeah. I've said it before. I'm not a USA history buff at all.
Right.
But he was coming to Venice because a documentary about him and his life was coming out, and it was going to be the premiere out in Venice or whatnot, and he's going to stay there. And I got to learn a little bit more from my boss, and I got to meet him and his wife. Ooh. And I was like, okay, like I really don't know who this guy is, but he sounds really important. And as soon as the documentary became available, I bought it and I watched it, and yeah,
Now, is that the documentary that we have sitting on our table?
Yes.
What's it called?
The Most Dangerous Man in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. He got a hold of these Pentagon papers because
So that's why you got that's why you got the DVD.
Yes.
Because of him?
Because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of Daniel Ellsberg, I was interested in finding out what happened. Because, and another thing that also, like, and this also does tie into the film as well, because, like, this time, like, in the 60s and 70s, it was considered very, like, if you said anything negative about the president, about the government, you were just like, oh my god, you're anti-American. The president and the government, they can't do no wrong.
Kind of like today.
I guess, but freedom of speech was, people were more scared to show,
to actually speak out.
To speak
in
out,
that time,
because you had to be in order, you had to be in line, and the documentary really it shows that America wasn't on the wrong side. It was the wrong side.
Right.
And it goes back to like Kennedy and Johnson and like Nixon, like that they allowed things to happen in the Vietnam War, and they did it, and then they lied to America saying, "Oh, we don't want to be there. We're trying to, we're trying to be peaceful and whatnot." And Daniel Ellsberg, he wanted to be a soldier, and so he did go to the war, and he got to see a lot of crazy things. He learned a lot of, he had access to all these documents, and he ended up turning a new leaf and becoming more of a protester and more about freedom of speech, and he helped expose, and he almost was going to go to jail for it for like 115 years.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah. But then what ended up helping him get free, I think I'm saying this properly, the Watergate scandal. The people that went to Watergate to burglarize and bug the Democratic building at Watergate, they also, not only did they steal like documents and whatnot, they also stole Daniel Ellsberg's file with, he had to see a psychiatrist, and they stole that document because Dick Nixon, he was becoming very paranoid, and he wanted Ellsberg taken down. And because of the whole Watergate scandal and that document, the file, it dropped the case, and him and his other person that he was involved in with this got off scot-free because of that. So wow. I find it actually like a really interesting documentary. I mean, this is coming from someone that does not like the American history. And
I was surprised. I think tried watching this a long time ago when we lived in LA. Yeah. And I don't remember why we didn't finish. I don't know if I fell asleep.
Either you fell asleep or you just weren't really that interested. Yeah.
I do gotta say, like 70s and like all that shit with history and whatnot, I'm not as like fascinated. Like Vietnam War, I mean, yeah, I find that fascinating. I think wars are very important historically to learn and to know. And, I'm not going to sit there and say they're a beautiful thing, but I do think that they're important. But yeah, something about like Nixon and just all like certain presidents, I'm just like, I don't really give a shit to know. And I think Nixon was definitely one of them that I don't give a shit to know about. But I do want to watch that doc with you, and I do want to actually give it a chance this time.
Yeah, and I said I think your dad might get a kick out of it. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure he will. He loves history.
Yeah, but I just wanted
mostly American.
Yeah,
history.
I just wanted to touch on that a little bit, just because it's a fun history for me. Yeah, that I actually did get to meet this person.
See, I didn't know that you met him.
I swear I told you that I did.
I don't. Yeah. I might have been on the leaf, but
okay.
Well,
back in LA.
No, I was only on the leaf twice, and never when we were together.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but let's...
Fuck that! Alright, let's dive in.
Let's dive into this shit. So it starts off with... God, what the fuck the guy's name is that was on 30... French Stewart. He's kind of playing like a...
Interviewer, anchor.
He's an interviewer, but I can't think of the old guy with the glasses that's been around for a while that interviews people. He's always wearing the pinstripes and... Oh, Larry King?
Oh, yeah, Larry.
Yeah, Larry. He's kind of, I don't know, that's the kind of vibe that I get. But he is... Now, Woodward and Bernstein, they are the ones that put out the whole Watergate thing on the Washington Post. And they were given, like, Pulitzer Prizes for this. Like, they were the ones that, like, did it all. But in this film, Woodward and Bernstein are, like, two knuckleheads. Yeah. And... they're being interviewed, like, this is, like, years later after the whole Watergate thing, and French Stewart's character is like, now, it's been some years now, but who is Deep Throat? And this is Will Ferrell, that's Woodward, and Bruce McCulloch, that's Bernstein. I can't say his name. McCulloch. And I just love Will Ferrell's like, well, we're not telling you. I mean, this is if we're going to tell anybody, it's going to be somewhere on a national circuit, not some small bit TV show like this.
Right.
And they really do, they portray Woodward and Bernstein as these like bumbling fools who have this really like tumultuous relationship where they hate each other, but I think they secretly are like in love with each other.
Yeah.
It's really, really, it's really
Well,
funny.
that's the Will Ferrell thing, you know?
It is the Will Ferrell thing. He does that kind of frequent.
He does.
Yeah.
It's like his thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's really funny. And they almost get tricked because French Stewart's character like, you know what? I'm just going to go out and say it. I don't think there is a deep throat. I think you guys just... And there actually was a deep throat. Like the code for the person that helped leak the documents or the tapes or whatnot.
Oh, their name was actually Deep Throat?
No, not their actual name.
No, not their name, their code.
Hello, my name is Deep, last name Throat.
Could
you imagine?
Some of the names nowadays.
Yeah.
Some people are coming to... Craven, Moorhead.
That's your name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's trying to like rile them up, saying, "You know what? I think you guys are just lying." And fucking Bernstein is like, "No, you're wrong. Deep Throat is like, don't do it. He's trying to trick us."
Right.
He like covers his hand, like Bernstein's like, I'm so sorry. And he just like grabs him. Woodward's like, "Don't ever touch me. Don't you ever touch me." And they just go into this like little slappy fight thing. You smell like cabbage. And okay, so it goes back to 1972, and we meet the Kirsten and Michelle character. Kirsten is Betsy, and Michelle Williams is Arlene. They are these 15-year-old girls who are just, what would you call them?
They're dumb as fuck.
Yeah, they are.
They're dumb as fuck. It's like they tried to go with this, in my opinion, they went with like this worse Romeo and Michelle kind of vibe.
Ooh.
Like a really shitty Romeo and Michelle.
Okay.
Like, I think Romeo and Michelle were a lot more bright.
Oh, really?
than what these two were fucking given.
Huh. Yeah, they did make them really, really ditzy, but I like to think that it's on purpose because of what they end up doing in the end. You know, but I can see their characters getting annoying.
Yeah, well, I did have a problem.
I thought you would.
I had a huge fucking problem the majority of the film with the two. I thought that, you know, we had so much of them. But honestly, in like a whole, a little bit of the film was It was very like nudge and wink.
Yeah, I think that was on purpose, though.
Well, I'm sure it was. You know,
that's my opinion, though. I don't know.
It was the time. It was the Saturday Night Live type feel, but yeah, I would have liked to have seen more contrast between the two girls. I would have liked to have seen more.
You thought they were more the same?
Yeah.
I think Arlene, Michelle Williams' character, was a little more on the smart side, I think.
Maybe. I don't know.
There was a little bit.
I think, and this is the problem, like, for me, I just look at it when you have 20-year-olds or 30-years
They weren't 30.
Well, 20s.
20s.
They were in their
20s, yeah.
You know, well, yeah, they were in their 20s. I'm just saying 30 years, as in today.
Oh, okay.
Or in general.
Okay.
When you have somebody older trying to play a younger age, like a teenager,
yeah,
they take it to the point of almost like they're being legit children. I still remember my time as fucking a teen, as, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, they were 15 in this. Like, do you remember how you were
Absolutely.
15? I do.
I fucking lost my flower at 14. So it's like, that's why, like, when we get to the fucking seduction scene, I will fucking lay out how the problems I had there with that shit.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. We weren't around during the 70s.
No, we weren't, but...
And it just seemed like they were, the girls, especially Betsy, was a little more on the sheltered side because her family, both of her parents were still together. They were supposed to be they called like the nuclear. They would call like the nuclear family.
They were what the fucking like Fallout.
Yes,
like
that's why.
Yes.
That's why I was saying nuclear.
The Fallout, feel of go into the vault.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got their television. They're eating their Jello, kind of like with The Shape of Water. Kind of family.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like except the daughter is a ditz and the son is a burnout.
Right.
But they're typing up this letter, the girls, and part of me can really identify with Arlene's character, because when I was 15, I had a different crush, or I was into something. Every couple months, it was someone different I was obsessed with and in love with. And in Arlene's case right now, it's Bobby Sherman. I have no idea who Bobby Sherman is. I think they made it up. He's probably either an actor or a singer. That's it. But Betsy's like typing this letter read by Arlene saying, this is why I should be in a winner of this contest, is because I love you, we're soulmates, and blah, blah, blah. And Arlene and her mom, they live in the Watergate complex.
Right.
So they're trying to sneak out to send this letter to Tiger Beat magazine.
Tiger Beat.
Tiger Beat? I mean, come on. Like, I had Tiger Beat. I had all those magazines with Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Devin Sawa.
JTT. Oh, the Sow Man.
And the Sow Man, yeah. That freaking haircut. I'm so glad I finally got rid of that.
Oh, you look
fucking
great.
haircut, guys.
Say it. You look great.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
I went full out with this hair. I have, like, no hair anymore.
I love it.
Thank you. So, and it's funny because they are trying to like sneak out. Like they're really like not, I mean, I guess they're 15, so they're not supposed to be sneaking around an apartment complex. But they do this thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's this door that connects from like the building to the garage. And Arlene puts duct tape around the part that like shuts the door.
Smart.
In the middle.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like actually like for the Watergate thing.
It was duct tape around
it was duct taped. And I think... If I remember correctly, they went into Watergate twice, I think. Because I watched a bit of a documentary, like, about how the Watergate went down and whatnot, but I was also, like, in the midst of taking a nap at that point in time, so I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I know that they did do the duct taping thing, and at first, the security guard didn't think anything of it, because that's what the cleaning crew would do.
Oh.
Because while they're carrying their mops and their buckets and all their cleaning shit, it would be easier for them to open and shut the door. But the security guard, in the end, he realized the cleaning crew is gone for the night. Holy shit! There's a burglar. There's a burglary.
Something's happening.
Some shit is going down. Because while Betsy and Arlene are doing their thing, the Watergate thing is going down. You got people
That's
taking.
That's fucking interesting.
Yeah, they're taking pictures of documents. They're stealing. I guess they're just taking documents and they're taking pictures of them, and then they're also bugging the place. It's God, I can't freaking remember, but I know it's where the Democrats, something has to do with like the Democrat. I can't remember what it's fucking called. Yeah, because I know they say it in the film, and I didn't write it down, but it's just
again politics.
Again,
2020 is the only reason that I am now just now getting into politics.
I'm still not.
2020 is what has kind of planted that seed for me now, and I'm just like, oh god, now it's like becoming an obsession.
Yeah, all right. God.
So.
But because of the girls sneaking out, the security guard saw the tape, and he's like, oh shit, and he called you gotta call the police, there's a burglar, there's something going down. I don't know why I can't say burglary.
Hamburglar.
The hambubger. I don't know. I'm past that stage in my life. Oh, God, help me. So the police were called, and the guys got caught, and I love the girls were like, oh, it was a jewel heist. So the next day, the girls, their class, they're going to, because they live in Washington, D.C., right. Obviously, Watergate, whatever. Their class is taking a field trip to the White House, and the teacher...
Oh, God.
Their teacher, oh my God, she is Miss Shrew.
Yeah.
Like, shrivel, like, spinster, like, has, like, she's very alone and just, like, hates her job.
Right,
but,
hates life, Jesus.
Yes, aren't we excited that we are going to visit the president and the first family? Not really. The kids were like, not really. And afterwards, we are going to have lunch at McDonald's. And all the kids just go, wow, my
Dude,
God.
That's the real shit, though, man.
Well, my mom was telling me when we used to watch this that this was when McDonald's was really, really huge because it was fairly
just becoming
the thing.
Yeah.
And everyone was so obsessed with the French fries. Oh my God, French fries, the milkshakes.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess it doesn't matter, but when the girls were coming back up the stairs while they were taking their mail to the whatever, they run into, I can't remember the guy's name, Lemmywinks, something.
Who?
The guy with the mustache.
Harry Schreer's character?
Yeah, what's his name? Liddy. Yes.
Yeah, Liddy.
Yes, that is a real guy, Gordon Liddy. They ran into him in the stairwell, and when the next day when they're at the White House, they notice him, and he has this piece of paper stuck to his shoe, and she's like, oh my god, that guy has TB stuck to his shoe. Let's go get it. Help him out. Hey, excuse me, guy, you got TB. And they're like, they see him like, you look familiar. Are you the guy that sells corn dogs at the mall?
Yeah.
But the guy leaves, and Betsy picks up the piece of paper, and she's like, oh my god, this isn't TB. It's just a name with a bunch of names and amounts of money on it. It's called the creep list.
Yeah. Ooh, creep list.
Yes, CREEPS. And if you already don't know what the list is, you find out later. But I guess, we'll just leave it at that. But the guy, Liddy, he recognized the girls. Mm-hmm. And he says to Dave Fry's character, who plays Bob Haldeman. And I love Dave
who? Oh,
Foley. Dave Foley, yeah, Foley from Kids in the Hall. He has this like flat top hair style that. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, putting that on that screen is gonna be a lot easier for me because Anyway, he has this flat top hair where on the top you can tell where it's starting to like bald, and he's like holding on to that hair. Like
as much as
long as he can, and Haldeman's like, dude, they're just a bunch of teenagers, and Liddy's like, they were at the Watergate last night. I want to interrogate them. So Haldeman goes up to the girls, and he's like, would you girls like to see the West Wing of the White House? And Haldeman, and I love Dave Foley for this. This is where like the satire comes from, because obviously we're seeing that these characters that are supposed to be, they're part of the White House, they are officials. There's some like evil, crooked characters, kind of like from like old timey like cartoon villains, like
Snidely Whiplash.
Yes,
type shit.
Yes,
yeah.
Perfect. So, and that's what David Foley does with his Bob Haldeman character. He always like has these eyes where he's looking around, making sure no one's seeing, because he's pretty much like pushing these girls into this room in the White House, and he's like not interrogating, but he's talking to them like, do you girls like the president? They're just like, yeah, well, he's the president, and he and you wouldn't think of anything bad about the president, like you wouldn't want anything bad to happen to the president, would you? And they're like, no, I guess not. And then he gets distracted and a door opens and we start to hear what sounds like Nixon. Mm-hmm. You do it really well.
Oh, no, I don't think I'd.
I think.
All the coming around.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You see, because it's
crackers.
It's checkers.
Oh,
checkers.
Oh, you shut the. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, something like that. It's a little Sean Connery.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I told you, I gotta hear him again.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking. I'm a goddamn parrot, all right?
Yeah,
when I fucking hear him, I can do it, but I can't do it if I don't.
Yeah, but Dan Hedaya, he's in the room. Jim Brewer's character, he's he plays John Dean, who is or was the president's counsel lawyer. He's in the room, and then we see Checkers.
Yeah.
The president's dog, and Arlene has this little like high pitch like I can't do it.
Like a dog whistle inward,
And Checkers comes in, and they're like petting, and then Nixon's like, "What is going on here?
What the hell's going on?" God damn it! I am going Sean Connery.
You are going so Connery on this.
Oh God! Why couldn't they get Sean Connery to be fucking Nixon? I am not a crook. Just get all you two girls. Come here.
Yeah.
Sit on my lap and call me daddy.
Ew.
That's disgusting. They're 15. They were only 15 years old. They were only 15 years. You're supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
She was only 15 years old.
Oh my God. Oh jeez, we're going off the rails already.
Yes, we are.
But Haldeman says to Nixon that these girls were at the Watergate during the burglary, and it's just funny because these girls, they find themselves in these predicaments where they are around things that they should not be hearing.
Right. Yeah, and that was the thing, like, it's like they're all just talking about it all fucking willy-nilly, you know? It's not like they're trying to be discreet.
Yeah, Nixon's like saying to Haldeman, all I asked for was a simple bugging.
Yeah, just wanted a simple bugging with the shit.
You need to... Okay, all right, you're fired.
I'm done.
You're fired.
I can't stop it. I can't fucking... God damn it.
Because I think Saul see these names, goddamn. The guy that...
Saul Rubinek?
Rubinek, yeah. He plays Henry Kissinger, who he did a spot-on impersonation of Henry Kissinger, because you see him in the Most Dangerous Man in America thing. And if I remember correctly, like, he's the one that actually has... or was trying to get Nixon out of the war. Oh. And it's funny, throughout the film, Dick Nixon, he's just kind of like shoos him away. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, get out of here. Like, you really don't matter. And it's just like, you need to listen to me. And then you hear Nixon saying, oh, are we going to bomb him? Are we going to bomb him or not? Like, you're saying...
That was a good Nixon.
I can do a little bit. Like, don't put it out there that I'm doing a good job, because that's when I start...
Because when I say that was a fucking amazing, like you're fucking Billy Zane.
Yes, and then
it goes away.
It goes away because I feel pressure.
Okay, well, you're horrible.
Thank you.
Your dick sounds like shit.
Ew.
Okay, your Nixon sounds like shit.
Your shit Dixon.
Your shit...
And Arlene's like, I have something to say. War is not good for children and living things. And Nixon's like, you hear that? That's the voice of America. Or no, that's the voice of youth of America. And Nixon, his thing is, oh, call me Dick.
Call me.
And the girls are just like, okay, Dick.
Oh, my God.
My name is Betsy, and this is Arlene, Mr. President.
Oh, God. Crackers was adorable, though.
Checkers.
Oh, Checkers was... The dog was adorable.
The dog was adorable, yes. We love dogs. Dogs are amazing. But Nixon has this thing where, I guess because he decides to say, hey, girls, how would you like to be the official White House... Stop laughing. The official White House dog walkers.
Don't stop.
But you're making me laugh.
You're making me laugh.
I can't do it when I'm smiling and laughing.
Sorry, all right, go ahead.
Okay, and the girls are just like, oh my God, are you serious? Oh my God, yes, Mr. President. Oh, good, welcome aboard. This is not gonna go well tonight, guys.
It's going fucking great. Stop it.
Let's see.
All right, move it on.
Oh, and a funny thing is, like, while Nixon and Haldeman, well, Nixon asks, there he is, Haldeman, like, do they know anything? Like, are they smart or whatever? And Haldeman's like, sir, I've met yams with more going upstairs than those two. Yam. And I love Arlene or Betsy. They see John Dean, Jim Brewer's character. Are you the president's dog trainer? And he's just like, I'm John Dean. I'm the president's counsel. Yeah. That's too bad. Like, it's a very non-Jim Brewer character, but it really fits.
Yeah.
But anyway, the girls come back, and the kids and the teacher, they're super mad because...
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to you, we have missed the lunch trip to McDonald's. And now while the other buses are enjoying, we will be eating a cold lunch in the cafeteria. And the girl's like, well, we really did meet the president, and we did become the official White House dog walkers. And the teacher's, every lie is another brick on the pathway to hell.
That fucking had me rolling, but at the same time, I was like, Jesus.
I was
fucking
terrified. I've never been like that, like that scared of hell than that shrilled fucking teacher.
It reminded me of like fucking Catholic school.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you'd wonder. So Betsy's brother, he gets drafted, and he's this like very stereotypical like, yeah, I got drafted, stoner dude. He's got like the curly little fro, and he's wearing that like leather vest thing with the little like fringe on it and whatnot. And the girls, it's like they're always sleeping over each other's like houses. Like they're never separate. They're always together. Which I guess makes sense if, you know, they don't...
They're young.
They're young.
Like that.
Nobody likes them in school. They're called losers. They're called freaks. They're all each other has.
Oh, that's fucking sad.
Yeah, it is sad. Because, I mean, people see them as dumb. Because, I mean, you know...
Well, they're dumb.
They're dumb. But the girls get excited because they want to make... Let's make Dick cookies!
Yeah.
Let's make Hello Dollies! I've never had a Hello Dolly. Have you?
I didn't even know it was a real fucking cookie.
I didn't either.
Is it a real fucking cookie?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I know.
I kind of wanted to, like, snapshot the recipe and try to, like,
we
make
should.
it. Yeah.
That would be fun to do, actually.
Yeah, let's make a fucking Hello
make
Dolly.
some Hello Dollies. And don't forget the walnuts, man.
Don't forget. You better fucking believe I'm putting those walnuts in that motherfucker.
Yeah, because Betsy's brother comes down. It's like, oh, you're making those cookies? And she's like, yes, they're for the president, and you can't have any. All right, whatever. Don't forget the walnuts, man. And the girls grab the walnuts, and she picks up the walnuts. And it's like, what are these? And they're these like, oh, Larry just says they're just leaves from the walnut tree.
Yeah, leaves from the walnut tree. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
It's his fucking stash. It's his weed.
It's his
where
weed
he keeps his
stash,
shit.
yeah. So the girls try to get back into the White House, and they are completely denied. I guess they never got any type of clearance. Mm-hmm. And they pretty much, they just go back to like the tour. Yeah. They wait in line, and they bump into Kissinger again. They call him, oh, look, the German guy. Yeah. And I love, because they kind of get in trouble by security trying to get, I guess, their attention or do something with that secret whistle that Arlene has. Mm. And Kissinger, he's just like, oh, no, leave these girls alone. Like, I'm familiar with these girls. No, I'm not familiar, but I'll take responsibility. Someone has to take responsibility around here. Mm-hmm. And we meet Dick's secretary, who is another SNL alum. I cannot remember her name. Anna Gasteyer. Rosemary Woods. And because the girls are like, we're here to walk checkers and we want to talk to Dick about the war. Because they want to stop the war so Larry doesn't get drafted. Right. Which, the draft, I'm sorry, that's some fucking bullshit. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm so glad that never happened again, and I hope it never happens ever again.
I hope it never fucking happens
again. It never comes back, yeah. And I love Anna Gasteyer's character, because she's, the girls are like, hi, we're here to walk checkers, and we want to speak with Dick. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm afraid our beloved president has the weight of the free world on his shoulders, and he can't just see anyone. Mm. Like, she throws this, like, light shade, but you can tell she's, like, kind of fucking crazy. Yeah. You know? But then Dick comes in and allows the girls to come in, and, oh, the president will see you now. And Dick starts to eat the cookies. Yeah. It's like, oh, if I be a monkey's uncle, these have to be the best cookies I've ever eaten. They're called Hello Dollies. It's a secret recipe. And Arlene and Betsy, they're just saying, like, I think people would like you a lot better if you just stopped the war. Like, oh, don't worry your pretty little heads. We know what we're doing. And feeling lightheaded. Oh. Oh, Hello Dollies, huh? Mm.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
God damn it. Those gestures, too.
Yeah.
That's what kills me.
Yeah, he has, like,
doing the gestures.
Dick's, like, mannerisms down pat. And there's also, like, another moment where the girls get lost after walking checkers, and they open a door, and there's this room of, like, papers being shredded, money getting put in briefcases. Like, it's very, like, even the music is like, like, oh no, they walked into something evil and corrupted. I'm sorry, I'm trying to, like, not speak while you're moving.
No, I get it.
To get rid of the chair noise.
You didn't have to.
I didn't know if you knew that.
I got it. That's why I'm smiling.
Okay, sorry. And then Haldeman, he comes up behind them and he just goes, shit! He goes to Dick and he's like, sir, they were witnessing the shredding. Like, oh no. So Dick does something else to kind of distract them. Like, oh, what was all those papers that were being shredded? Oh, I'm into paper mache. It's a hobby of mine. And he distracts the girls by saying, like, girls, how would you like to be the official White House secret youth advisors? So that means whatever you see here in this White House, you can't tell anyone. Cross your heart. Hope to die. Stick a needle in my eye. The girls are just so, like, aghast. Like, oh my God, we're going to be the secret youth advisors?
Oh my God.
You can't tell anybody. No, I promise. The next day, they're doing book reports and shit about them being secret youth advisors and the cookies. And the shrew teacher is like, how dare you? And then, like, Betsy's teacher is like, wow, man. That is, like, he's sitting on his desk, cross-legged. Like, he's, like, the hippie teacher.
Yeah.
It's, like, a creative writing class.
Far out.
I love how you mixed fantasy with current events and cooking. Oh, Betsy, great job.
Bravo.
And then another thing, like, with this movie that I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but it's just, like, these innocent girls, they just keep running into the most, like, corrupt moments and shit that happens in the White House and in government. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense.
No.
Like, they're just these, like, it's just all, like, accidents. And it's, like, it's some horrible shit that the White House has done.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm totally forgetting about the wine.
Pour the tea.
Pour the tea.
And into a sense of dignity.
Yes, you talk a little bit.
Okay, so let's look at your notes.
I'm at the top.
Nixon tries to distract the girls.
Oh, the White House advisors.
Then Dick makes an announcement that the Vietnam War is over. Okay, so Dick makes an announcement that the Vietnam War is over. And I love it because, like, the girls, is this when they go into his office and they do, like, the peace and he's all like, what does that mean?
Not yet, but it's getting close because there is a little montage after that. But when you think about it, like, the girls were pretty much advising him, saying, you really need to stop the war. Like, if you want people to remain on your side, you'll stop the war. So he stops the war.
Yeah.
And Arlene's like, oh my God, he actually did it. And the parents were celebrating that Larry's gonna live. And she's like, I'm not supposed to tell you. But Arlene and it's because of us that the war is over. And we did it because we felt sorry for your ass. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like Dick starts to take advice from these girls and also little traits, and there's a montage of the girls getting a lot more popular around the White House because they have those cookies.
The cookies.
The security people that denied them earlier, I love it. They just walk up and, like, bring the cookies. Yeah. Yeah!
I've been dreaming about these.
I've been dreaming about these cookies.
I love she was even like, hey!
Yeah.
Enough!
Yeah, right? And then, yes, the peace thing. You were talking about while they were leaving with Checkers, Betsy does a little peace sign, and he's like, "Oh, what's that?" Like, "Oh, it means peace." Like, "Oh, groovy."
Yeah.
And then you see him like rehearsing, doing the peace sign, and then you get to see the iconic Nixon double peace sign that he does with, like, a high V. So he's learning. It's a cheerleading. It's a cheerleading reference.
That's why I'm laughing, man.
High V, low T, middle T, half... I don't fucking remember.
Low T.
High V, low V.
Oh.
Big T, little T. I think that's it. I don't care. Okay.
I'm not a fucking...
cheerleader?
Yeah, I was going to say Boy Scout. I don't know why.
Okay, so now Arlene is starting to feel feelings for Dick. She takes down all the Bobby Sherman stuff and she starts posting all these photos, all this, like, everything that has to do with Dick, and she's so like, oh my God, so madly in love with him. She removes her glasses and she starts to put in contacts. That scene.
Oh, that was fucking...
watching her trying to put on contacts. Ugh.
That was fucking rough, man. Even I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. And
that's what it's like?
I guess when you first... yeah, you gotta practice.
Jeez.
Yeah. And now comes the Hello Dolly scene.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, and this is another way that the girls help make peace with the world with these fucking cookies.
Yeah.
Because they come in, and I don't really know exactly who they are.
It was like Russians.
Yeah, they were having a meeting with the Russians, and they were, like, disagreeing, and the girls come in, like, they just, like, are just allowed now to just walk wherever they want in the White House, because they're just there to walk Checkers. Checkers just happens to be around the president all the time.
Leonid Perez.
That could be it. Because they call him Lenny or Letty.
Lenny, need to try these cookies.
Yeah. Because the girls come in and Nixon says, "You gotta try these cookies. They're I don't remember what he fucking says.
What are cookies called?
Yeah, they're called Hello Dollies. Hello Dollies.
Hello, dollies. Well, hello, dollies.
It's not. And then, like, they're trying to, like, this, like, calms him down and gets him in a happy mood. And even Kissinger and whoever the other guy is, I can't remember. It's nice to see you where you belong.
Yeah.
And they have this whole, like, musical moment. And Dick's like, huh, ladies, looks like your cookies just stopped nuclear catastrophe.
Right.
And there's even, like, a newspaper clipping of the Soviet guy, like, with a cookie in his hand, like, oh, peace.
Yeah, peace.
Peace is happening. Okay, so here's where a lot of funny Dick jokes happen. The girls are at a roller rink, and, like, Arlene is just so, like, distracted. You can tell she's thinking of Dick, and she's kind of just, like, floating to the side, and Betsy's just like, Arlene, look out! And Arlene hits a fucking pole.
Yeah.
Did anybody see that? No, nobody saw it. Frank!
God, that shit was so 90s, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, God, I love it, though.
When it's very like, oh my God, did anybody see that? No, nobody saw that. I do love that gag. I think that's funny. But Betsy's like, Arlene, is there something on your mind? Like, come on, you can tell him. She's like, oh no, nothing at all. No, just say it because I already know. All right, I love Dick. Ew.
Yeah. I did love that shit. I did like the Dick, like, anyway, the
Dick things.
Yeah, the Dick shit that every time it was like riding the line.
Riding the line of, Dick jokes.
You know, it was so fucking perfect. It's just like, I love Dick.
So there's a phone call, and I love it. Like, the girls think of Dick, I mean, kind of like a new best friend kind of thing. And Arlene more so like in love, because there's something on the news that talks about the Watergate and how the people that broke into the Watergate are now getting prosecuted, and that Liddy guy, whatever his name is, Liddy, they see him, and the girls just like call Dick late at night, like, oh my God, is this true? Like, what's going, like, it's like gossiping on the phone, kind of thing, and they're like, do you know anything about this Watergate business? And Dick's just like, and it's funny because he's eating like his like dessert and trying to watch some like family TV show. Like, no, I don't know anything about this Watergate business. No way, Jose. Well, a lot of people have been talking, and we're just wondering if you know anything about it. And Dick's like, Arlene, is there anything that I can do for you? Is there anything that you desire? Arlene's just like, no, gotta go, bye. You sweet prince. God. And Dick's, and now at this point, he's starting to get a little paranoid. And there's a scene where he's sitting there awake, and his wife, Pat, is sleeping and, like, snoring, and Dick's sipping on some Black Label.
Yeah.
And Pat's, like, snoring, and Dick's just like, Pat, would you stop snoring? God damn it! Splitting hay. And also, like, you see Jim Brewer's character, John Dean, again, and you can tell that he is, like, even more stressed out. Yeah. Because there's more shit that's going down with this whole Watergate thing. It's almost like Jim Brewer's character is, like, representation of things are starting to get worse, and Dick is, and everyone else is trying to pretend like everything's okay and everything's great, where really it's not. Like, shit's gonna happen. And another funny moment that Anna Gasteyer says, because the girls go up, like, we're here to watch checkers. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so busy helping the president, I sometimes forget about all of God's other creatures. Right. That's not like a verbatim line, but that's the...
I mean, I was pretty fucking close, I think.
Yeah. So she hands the girls the checker's leash, and it gets stuck to a drawer. They open the drawer, and there's this voice recorder thing. Definitely very 70s style, because duh, it's the 70s. Betsy's like, oh my God, we should leave a note for Dick. And Arlene's like, what should we say? Arlene, I think it's time. You need to tell him how you feel. Maybe he loves you too, but he doesn't know that you're interested. It's like Dick's a fucking teen, like they are. It's, I don't know, it's just weird. So, and also, this is the thing that Richard Nixon did, and from what I heard, he recorded everything. It was for his autobiography or his memoirs. Like, that's what I heard. I don't know if it was for anything else. Like, it could be for other things, but all I heard was that so he can write his memoirs. But Arlene ends up talking for like almost 20 minutes, saying like, oh, I love you. I know you have a lot on your mind and everything, but I just couldn't keep my secrets inside, and I know we can never be together. I was in love with Bobby Sherman, but I know that was just puppy love, and
You're the real deal.
yeah, there's this song by Olivia Newton-John that makes me think of you. And
Let's get physical! Physical!
no, that's
I
not
wanna
it.
get physical! Let's get it! Sorry.
But you guessed some other song, I think.
Did
When
I?
we first watched some other Olivia Newton-John song. I guess not. That's what I remember. But
I might have. I don't know.
Yeah. Because when
I do have her album.
I know you do.
Thank you.
But she starts singing, I love you. I honestly love you. You don't have to answer. I can see it in your eyes. Or I don't even know.
That was perfect.
To my head. I don't know. I'm trying to sing it the way Arlene sang it.
No, that was perfect. Oh, spot
In
it.
my head.
Hit the nail on the goddamn head.
Cool. And then, oh yeah, and there's this one time when you put your hand on my shoulder and I got this like warm, tingly feeling inside. And Betsy comes in like, Arlene, have you been talking this whole time?
It's been 18 and a half minutes.
Yeah, and then Arlene tries to rewind it, so she just want to make sure it recorded.
Yeah.
And you start to hear Dick saying some pretty mean things, like talking about the Watergate thing and how he wants to get these people off of his back. And then you hear him yelling at Checkers. Mm-hmm. It's like, get off of me, you piece of shit. Get off of me. And he hits Checkers.
I know. My fucking heart
My
dropped.
heart dropped.
Because you hear Checkers fucking whimper.
He whimpers, yeah.
And then it was so adorable, though, because, like, dogs do. When Checkers heard it, he was just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, he heard it like, I remember that. And that's the funny thing, like in the beginning of the film, Dick is like, he's upset, not upset, but he's like, all presidents have dogs. This dog, he doesn't even like me, he doesn't even look at me. Come on, you're supposed to be my loyal companion. How come you don't like me?
Yeah.
Well, now we know why. And Dick also makes some remarks about the Jews are already after me, they already hate me, and saying, I don't think the president should be recording conversations like that. And then the girls go to like confront Dick. Like, okay, we need to talk because there's something that we found out that we do not like. And Dick is just like, if this has to do with the goddamn Watergate business, those muck-raking bastards, Woodward and Bernstein over at the Washington Post, they're the liars, they're blah, 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 they're out there to get me. And the girls are like, actually, we wanted to talk to you about the dog. You act like you like him, but you don't. And they're like, and then they think, you know what, but there is a lot of people talking about this whole Watergate thing. And Betsy's like, and I'm Jewish. You're prejudiced and you have a potty mouth. And Dick's like, oh yeah, I know everything about you. And he sprawls out the girls like...
That just so happens to be there.
Yeah.
For this moment.
Yeah, the whole kit and caboodle. Grades, your parents' income tax returns, overdue library books.
I love that you're pointing at me because I did say that. To this fucking day, I think have a huge... It's got to be big now. But like...
Yeah, never... I think they just let it go
They
at
might.
some point.
Because, dude, I know in fucking high school, I fucking had a fine that had to have been at the time like $60 fucking dollars.
Wow, that'd be a lot.
And I was like, yeah, I'm not paying it.
Yeah, there's no way. Oh, can you...
I'll never go to the library again.
Yeah, you don't have to anymore. But I guess before this whole confrontation, Haldeman comes in and is like, hey, sir, I'm here to pick up those cassette tapes you want me to listen to, you know? Winky, like those...
Yeah.
Dick's like, oh yeah, those Guy Lombardo tapes.
That's what got Lombardo.
Guy Lombardo. Recorded them myself. Take a listen and let me know. And just like, David Foley, like, yes, I will, sir.
Right.
He looks at the girls like, hey, Sam.
Yeah,
I'm
insane.
I'm insane. Space
Insane.
I'm insane. And the girls, they're finally just like, you know what? We're over this. We are done. And they leave, and Dick's like, get out of here. You never come back again. And
The boys will prevail.
Yes, you don't mess with the big boys.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yes.
And John Dean, he walks into the room and he looks at Dick like, what?
Yeah.
The hell did you just do? And he runs to Arlene and Betsy. I am so sorry. Please do not take what he's saying serious. He's under a lot of pressure. And Betsy's like, you know what? Just stop. We are not friends with him anymore. So we are done. And if you stay, you are just as bad as he is. And they walk away. And Jim Brewer's reaction, he just looks all confused. And then he just...
Dude, that fucking head. I did not notice it. So
you
like,
didn't
our
notice it the first time. Yeah.
I did not even notice that. And of course, we were eating dinner. This is what we do. When we eat dinner, we watch our films. And I had a fucking chicken wing in my goddamn mouth. And I'm over here. And then he does that shit.
Huh.
I could not, man. Oh,
you had to take that piece out of your mouth.
It was fucking, I was dying by that reaction.
Like, I can't, it's hard to explain it without, you have to see it. But, like, Jim Brewer, he's so upset and he puts his hands on his mouth and just,
yeah.
like, oh my God, what's gonna happen now?
And he looked like he was legit gonna cry, man. I give it to him. I love Jim Brewer.
I love Jim Brewer, man. Let's see. And then the girls are like, well, Arlene is like running. She's so upset. Like, I can't believe it. I let myself fall in love with Dick or whatever. And
Yeah.
I love Arlene because there's like some type of band playing. So they're like screaming at each other. You know, what did she say?
I wanted Dick too.
Yeah.
Or some
They're
shit
like, I liked Dick too. But Arlene, as soon as she screams this, the music stops. She goes, you can't let Dick run your life.
That's what it was. Do
you mind? This is a private conversation.
Yeah, everybody is staring at him.
Ew.
Like, what the fuck? Can't let Dick run your life.
So yeah, Arlene is like, she is over it officially. There's like a montage of her taking down all the pictures and putting it in a bucket, setting it on fire. I've done it before where I've taken ex's pictures and setting them on fire. Yeah.
You did that in the house on a trash can?
Yeah. Not a full trash can, but I've set pictures of boyfriends on fire when I was like really, really young.
Like in the house?
Yeah.
And what'd you like throw them in the sink?
I don't know.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm sorry, I don't remember like the fire safety of my actions.
It's alright. But you know what, actually? I think one of my sisters did that shit.
I don't know, I guess.
The contemplator might be able to confirm, because I do know that one of my sisters...
I think it's just something you see in a TV show or a film. It's like, okay, that's what you do and you're really upset and you're mad at your ex.
Yeah, I do think...
Burn all the evidence.
I do think the youngest was the
It's
one.
like burning, or you I don't know, I don't understand it now as an adult, but like cutting pictures that have you and like your ex in it, like why keep the picture of yourself?
Right.
But I think it's just the action, going through the motion of like seeing the physical breakup and just the physical like cutting
Yeah.
of the actual.
And now
like,
we
the
got
separation.
Facebook to remind us.
Now we have Facebook to remind us, hey, do you remember this day like 10 plus years ago when you were with what's his fuck? Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, hey.
God. So Larry gets caught seeing a naughty film.
Uh-oh.
This film that is very famous, I'm sure we've all seen it.
Yes.
Deep Throat.
Deep Throat.
I didn't see it until you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were in our North Hollywood apartment and we were talking, I don't remember how. Oh, it was when we watched Lovelace?
Lovelace, yeah.
Yeah, and I said like I've never seen the real Deep Throat.
Yeah.
And we found it online and we watched it together.
We did. We watched it together. It was great.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful time.
Wonderful time.
Wonderful time. I love 70s and 80s porn, as most of our contemplators in the beginning of our contemplating shows would know.
Okay.
I'm a connoisseur.
You don't have like physical like DVDs though. You don't have anything that I know
I have
of.
no DVDs.
Oh, you have VHSs?
That you know of. The cat's out of the bag, Mr. Turner!
You what? Wait. That's fine. I really don't care.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. They're collector's items.
They
now.
are. That's why I've got them.
I don't know where they are, but I actually kind of.
You don't need to know.
I want to find them just for fun.
Go ahead and try.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh,
I'm not gonna parade your privacy.
That's fine.
Where are we now? Okay, so the girls, they're just having a bored night in, but the girls found out about Larry seeing the Deep Throat film, and Arlene's just like, I don't understand. What does that even mean? And Betsy tells her, and they just, oh my god, they girly out. Ah! Like, okay, what should we do now? Okay, prank phone calls? They decide to prank call Woodward and Bernstein from the Washington Post. Like, oh yeah, those muckraking bastards at the Washington Post. The people that Dick were talking about. And they call the Washington Post, and they claim that they have some info on the wall. Oh, hi, I am the daughter of an English ambassador, and I have some information about Watergate.
Hold, please.
Yeah, and the girls they're using this as like a full-on like prank call, but Woodward, Will Ferrell, thank you. Oh my god, I'm drawing a fucking blank here. He's taking it like really serious because he's like, hi, so you have some information about Watergate? And they're just like, huh? What?
What?
Yeah. Do you have any documentation or names? Betsy's like, oh, a documentation, like a piece of paper. Woodward's like, yeah. Like, well, yes, we have that creeps letter. A creeps paper. And it has a bunch of names with some amounts of money on it. And the creeps, I guess, Woodward says, creeps, that's the committee to re-elect the president. And they're just like, yeah, sure. Okay, well, what do you have? And Woodward's like, he's kind of like looking over his shoulder, like, oh, this is super secretive. And then you see Bernstein, he's like looking and like, what does he have? And I love fucking Bruce McCall. Sorry, I can't say it.
I love the way you say his name, though.
But that's how I don't want to say it like horrible, but I'm not going to say it correctly, so I might as well just go McCall. Sorry, choking on dick.
Deep Throat.
But I love his physicality because he in Kids in the Hall. I actually did watch Kids in the Hall a lot because he was on Comedy Central for a while. He did play a lot of female characters, so he does have this feminine like flow and glide to him because he has this really long, I don't know what the haircut is called, where it's like feathered.
Yeah,
it's feathered. Yeah, like the I can't think of her fucking name, but the feathery kind of haircut. That's all I'm gonna say. Because when he walks, he loves to shake his hair and like uses
he teases it back.
He teases it back all the time. And he's like up Woodward's ass, like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? And he's like, I'm talking to a very serious source right now. And it's like they're competing, trying to get information out.
Yeah.
And it was Bernstein's idea to do a meetup because at this point in time, the president, and like it probably still happens, I don't know, but it was such a thing around this time where the president would bug places.
Everything.
They would bug everything, like telephones and conversations and whatnot, because they were so fucking paranoid. Mm-hmm. And it caused a lot of harm, honestly. So the girls, they agree to meet them at some like parking garage or whatever, and they're gonna bring the document. However, the document had like grilled cheese stains and whatnot, so the dog ate it. And the Woodward and Bernstein's like, okay, how will we know it was you? Like, what are your names? And the girls are like, that's for me to know, and you find out. Like,
right.
Like, they don't know this is a joke. Well, what's a name that you can go by so we know it's you? The brother Larry, he's like walking up the stairs, and he's like, what are you looking at?
Deep Throat! Oh
my god, Deep Throat, yeah!
Yeah.
Deep Throat, okay. So they meet up, the dog ate the document, so it pretty much was just a meetup that really was a waste of time, but I love when Will Ferrell, like, sees the girls, and he's like, how old are you? 23? Is that your combined ages?
That shit was so funny.
And then Bernstein follows them. He's like riding his bicycle.
Yeah. I loved when Will Ferrell was like, he was like, were you guys followed? And then he like gets the girls behind him and he's just creeping up. Trying
to be all protective.
Yeah,
like, this is my source.
Stay behind me.
Yes. You stay with me, Trent.
You stay with me.
So it was kind of, I don't know, part of me, I don't really remember this part, but the Woodward and Bernstein mentioned tapes, and the girls do know of things being recorded.
Yeah.
But they're kind of like, well, without a document, we're fucked. We don't have anything.
Right.
But Arlene comes home, and Arlene's mom, she's a single mom. You know, she has a hard time finding someone. But all of a sudden now she finds this hunk of a man. What's the fucking actor's name?
Jefferson from fucking Married with Children.
From Married with
That's
Children.
all we need to know.
Okay, well, I want to give the actor his name. Oh, Ted
McGinn.
Ted McGinley. Yeah, that's him. Broderick. Yeah, he's this hunky guy that...
He hasn't aged a day.
He has not aged a day. My God, good for you. Good for you.
For you.
Good for you. So that happens, and then in the same night, Betsy's family's house gets broken into. Everything's like ripped up. Nothing was stolen except for the Hello Dolly recipe.
Yeah, they stole the fucking cookie recipe.
And the girls were like, it's too convenient. Like, my mom finds a boyfriend and your house gets raided and, you know, or broken into on the same night. It has to be Dick. Mm-hmm. So...
It's not coincidence.
It's not, yeah, it's not a coincidence. So they decide, okay, Dick needs to go down. So in order to make this happen, they have to get a hold of the incriminating tapes. So they go to Haldeman's house, and here we see a young Ryan Reynolds washing a car.
I think it was a vet.
Was it a vet?
I think it was a vet. Don't quote me. I don't know. It was either a vet or it may have been a Camaro. I don't know. I didn't honestly look at the car too well.
You were too busy looking at the hand sponge.
You're
like, oh my God, I think we had that hand sponge.
I did have that hand sponge.
I think we all had that hand sponge.
We did. I had that fucking hand sponge. We had squeegees.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, those were gifts. Those fucking squeegees, man.
They were really good. I remember when we would do like car washes for like cheerleading and whatnot.
Those motherfuckers dried and no streak.
They dried and they didn't leave streaks on the windows.
On anything in the car. It absorbed. Squeegees absorb. It's its name. It absorbed the water, and then you squeegeed it out. And then it was the fucking shit. And now they just use cloth, and it gets all the white shit all over your fucking car.
Oh my God.
And it's like, fuck you a minute, because what did I just pay $15 for the fucking wash for if you're just gonna leave your fucking towel linens all over my fucking paint?
Okay. You're spiraling right now.
Ryan Reynolds.
So Betsy sees... You're spiraling right now. Betsy...
What's this percentage?
What's the percentage? I don't even know, actually. 13.9.
That's what I get for not eating today.
Yeah, but that's why we had dinner before we did this. We always make sure to have a meal before we record. Yeah. Because there's wine involved.
Exactly.
So Betsy finds, I don't know the guy's name, Ryan. It's just Ryan.
Was it Ryan Reynolds? It was like something stupid.
Something stupid. Trent. Yeah, you stay with me, Trent.
Roger. No.
Chip. Oh God, of course it's Chip. Chip is such a 70s name.
And his brother Dale.
Oh God. So Betsy finds him kind of hunky, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna seduce him, and then as soon as the coast is clear, I'll wave you in, and then you can go in and steal the tapes.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds is just... His character, Chip, is so... What would you call... He's just, like, really awkward.
It was awkward.
Yeah, very awkward.
I wouldn't call him nerd.
He's not a nerd. He's just...
He's not a jock. He's not a prep. He's just... Yeah, I think awkward is
just awkward is... Yeah, he's socially awkward, I think. And probably not very experienced with the ladies.
Yeah.
Because Betsy goes up to him, and she's just like, do you remember me from Homecoming? Betsy. Yes. Betsy. Yep, I remember. And it's just awkward pause. And Betsy's the one that, like, full out says, do you want to make out? Yes. So he just, like, takes her upstairs, and they just sit on the bed. It's super awkward. She goes into the bathroom, because she's, like, actually really excited to make out with this boy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we know Arlene has, like, the boy crush, but I think, like, Betsy really doesn't talk much about boys, but she... does have, like, she does think, like, oh, the one hunky guy, security guy, and oh, there's the hunky guy. I'm in washing the car. I'll make out with him.
Right.
And it's really awkward because she waves Arlene in. She comes out, and then all of a sudden, Chip, Ryan Reynolds, is doing a beer bong.
Yeah.
Have you ever done one of those?
No.
I have never.
No. And
I don't
probably never will.
No, it's too late to do something. I don't get it. What's
see,
the purpose?
This was the thing. So this is what I've noticed. Like the generation of like my older sisters, I think parties were like the beer scene. You know, like when we watch movies like American Pie, or we watch it was beer pong, beer this, beer that, beer bongs, all that shit. When our time of when I went into high school and college and whatnot, it wasn't fucking beer or anything that any of us were drinking. We were drinking fucking like vodka and whiskey. We were drinking the hard shit. Number one, because it was easier to conceal.
Beer?
No.
Oh, so I'm sorry.
We were drinking the harder shit because it was easier to hide. Yeah, it was easier to fucking hide. All those other they would be like, oh yeah, we got a keg. And it was like, I got my older brother to get a keg, or I got a cousin to get a keg, or somebody to get... We didn't have any of that shit, so it was like, fucking Chuck is 21, or whatever, we'll just have him go get us a fucking handle over at CVS, and it'll be fucking fine.
Yeah, I think for me, like high school, beer was more of the thing.
Yeah.
Because I think like where I grew up, because like certain movies, there would always be a party at someone's house. And I think even in the 70s, like I remember seeing pictures of my mom where she was hanging out with her friends. It was always a party at a house.
Right.
I never saw any pictures of like drinking or whatnot. But I remember in high school there being more beer involved. And then when I went to college in New York, we actually would go out, and then I agree, we would do more of the vodka, the pre-gaming, and whatnot. But then I guess when I moved back to California and I was hanging with a certain group, it was like a party. It wasn't a house. It was someone's apartment that just so happens to also be like a rehearsal studio for a small theater. Oh. We would go to his place and play beer pong. Like beer pong was, I guess, a part of my social life at some point, but it was in my earlier 20s. It was a mix because I would do that, and I honestly like it was fun, but I kind of felt like this might be a little adolescent.
Yeah.
But then I started to hang out with people that would go to more clubs and would do more of that scene. So I don't know. I've done a little bit of both, but I have never done the beer bong.
Yeah, bong.
The bong thing, I don't understand the mechanics of it. Now there's butt chugging, so forget that.
Yeah, that's fucking something out there, isn't it? I don't know. It's just everything that fucking comes into play. Like I just like you, I wasn't one like beer pong, whatever. Flip cup,
Yeah, I've done flip cup. I've played beer pong. It's not fun, but it's
they're fun. But it's
not
like,
very. Beer pong is not very sanitary.
No, it's not. You're bouncing a ball. It's on the floor, and then you're fucking bouncing it in again.
But our justification of cleaning it would be dipping
in the beer.
Dipping it in water, like warm water, and then. But still, it didn't clean it.
No, it didn't fucking clean it. It didn't sanitize it.
Okay, but anyway. Ryan Reynolds, Chip, and Betsy start to make out, and it's so awkward because they kiss, and then he burps, and she's like, don't talk to me, just kiss me, and she does this weird thing where she's like brushing her hair across his face.
That's what I was talking about in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, there's no fucking possible way. Like, I'm sorry. I get it that, like, you're 15 or whatever, but I'm sorry, that's some adolescent shit. That's some, like, fucking 9, 10-year-old type shit. Well, I don't want to go that fucking age. I don't want to go that young. But it is, though, if you will. Like, what fucking teenager is gonna just be like, oh, let me rub my fucking hair?
You know what I think it might be? It might be something that maybe they saw as a younger teen, maybe like 12, 13, when they're starting to kind of have certain thoughts or try to, and then they'll see something in like a romantic movie or a romantic something, like, oh, she, like, not intentionally, but oh, her hair brushed against the guy's mouth, and I don't know, like something about it, and then she took it too literal.
Yeah. Does
that make sense? Instead of like, oh, it being like a sexy accident, she's like, oh, let me put your face through a car wash of my fucking locks.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
That's my guess. It's the inexperience. It's sneaking in, reading your mom's Cosmopolitan, and just taking a seduction act into something like totally literal.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
That's
I
my
just,
thing.
you know, but that's...
But I don't... Okay.
I don't know if this scene... I like that we had Ryan Reynolds in it and everything. There's a lot in this film. This film is way too long.
It is long. I did not
opinion.
notice how long it was until I started watching it for this very episode.
Right. There is so much that I personally would have cut. This particular scene, I don't know if I would have kept it or not. I guess I would have.
It could have been condensed.
Yeah, I think so. I think just maybe if cut the fucking car wash.
Well,
I don't know.
okay. I mean, that's your opinion. My take on this scene would be, I mean, that's how we notice Chip. He's washing a car. It's a nice car. Ooh, he's a good-looking guy. Oh. Betsy sees him like, okay, he's good-looking. I'm kind of attracted to him. You know what? I'll take one for the team. I'll make out with him to distract him. She does wave Arlene in.
Dude, you just blew me away. I already know where you're going.
Well, yeah, and then cut out the whole beer bong thing. Cut out the whole... I mean, yeah, there is enough room for a little bit of awkwardness because they are supposed to be teenagers. Yeah. Teenage love is awkward, and it is the way it is. So they just make out, and they have some little awkward blah, blah, blah. But the main thing is Arlene getting a hold of those tapes.
Right, but you just made me think that maybe she did the car wash hair thing because he was washing the car. You just blew me away.
Bitch.
So, bitch.
Bitch.
You just fucking so. I take back everything that I fucking said because it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Man. It all fucking
I'll
makes
take you through a car wash, baby.
And blow your mind, man.
So Arlene almost gets caught by, they both almost get caught by Haldeman, but they get the tapes. They meet up with Woodward and Bernstein, and I love Bernstein because he's so excited. And I also love that they play... Another thing they do with Will Ferrell, because he is so tall, he gets cast with someone a lot shorter than him for the whole, Night at the Roxbury, like it's a very comedic thing for that time where it's like, oh, the really tall guy and then the really short guy who is a little more hyper. Yeah. But it's funny that in the background, he's so excited. Bernstein, he's like, yeah, Dick is going down. Dick is going down. Going down.
Right.
He's like so excited. And Woodward says, a lot of people want to know who you are, but we decided to keep your identity a secret.
For our safety.
Yeah, for our safety. No, it's because it's way too embarrassing. So the Washington Post posts everything. They're the two guys, they're heroes. They're walking like slow motion, like they're the top dogs and whatnot. And shit is just
hitting the fan.
And there's a funny scene where it's like right before Dick resigns, he's drinking another bottle of Black Label and he's listening to his tapes, and he actually hears Arlene's tape to him.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh no, if someone gets a hold of this, I'm gonna...
Screw Watergate. They'll
crucify me for this. And the girls find out about Dick resigning, and they come up with this plan. They cut up Washington. They cut up an American flag. Yeah. Is it illegal to cut up the American flag? Not if you sew it back up. Okay. Because they create these, like, red, white, and blue, like, outfits. They're getting ready because, like, Dick is, like, slowly, leaving, getting on his little helicopter. And I know you want to bring this up. The shitty tattoo makeup.
Dude, that fucking drove me nuts. I saw that fucking blotch on what's her name?
Michelle Williams, who is the character she's playing, Arlene.
Yeah.
She has a tattoo on her lower back. And I didn't notice it until you brought it up.
Yeah.
But the makeup job that they gave her for that tattoo...
Oh, it was hideous.
It was not...
Absolutely horrible. You might as well show the fucking tattoo.
Yes. Yeah, it was not her shade. They applied a very cakey...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like shit. And honestly, anybody, contemplators, when you watch that, you're going to fucking see it now. Cause
it's a very quick shot.
But you probably would have seen it without it. Yeah.
I never noticed.
Well, yeah. Well, but it's like, yeah, like you said, it's cakey. It's just shit. It's the wrong
shade.
Yeah.
But the girls, they make these really, they're adorable little costumes. They're all dolled up, and then they make this huge banner. They get up on the roof, and this is while Dick's up in his helicopter leaving with the theme song, not the theme song, but the song You're So Vain.
Oh, karaoke.
Yeah, okay. And they see him, and it's this huge sign that says, "You suck, comma, Dick, love Deep Throat."
Yeah.
And he sees it, and he knows that it's them, the girls.
Right.
And he gets so pissed, he just fucking flips them off. He doesn't know what else to do.
The bird,
yeah.
as it were.
Yeah, and it's funny at the end, we get a little bit of future endeavors of the girls. First of all, Betsy's brother, Larry, he invents Quaaludes and becomes a multi-fucking millionaire. He gives money to Betsy and Arlene, and they open up a very popular roller rink.
There you go.
That's where they end up. But that's Dick.
You can dance.
Yeah,
it was Dick.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a perfect film. I just think it's so silly.
Yeah.
It really, and I have this on my notes about the documentary, but this time of like politics and whatnot, and with Nixon and with the whole like Daniel Ellsberg, it really brought forth people to more so use the First Amendment, freedom of speech. And I feel like if I'm wrong, but it just seems like freedom of speech was not welcome, and people were more scared to speak their minds. And after this whole, the Vietnam War and Watergate and the corruption of our government, I think it really helped propel people to speak more against when the government is doing something wrong and corrupted. Yeah. And Daniel Ellsberg, like, ever since he got acquitted, like, he continued. Like, even as an old man, I really don't know if he's still alive right now. I do know that he was old at the time that I met him. But he would, as an old man, he would still go to protests, like the wars, like the war in Iraq and everything. You would see actual video of him doing protests with his wife, and I think it was a very important thing that happened in history. That's just my opinion, but I don't know. What did you think of the film? Like, any thoughts? And before we ask, I guess, like, the question.
Well, I guess, like I already pointed out, too long. Should have had some cuts. I think a little bit of the comedy was pushed at times. I actually really did enjoy Dan Hedaya as Dick.
Yeah.
I didn't think he made fun at all. I think he really did play Nixon to a T. Like, there was no push.
It was a good likeness. He didn't play it as a parody, and I think when you, in my opinion, if you do it that way, that's what's going to make it funny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
And it prevents pushed comedy that we hate so much.
Yeah, the girls, I was on board with the two for a while, but it just got to the point where it was like too ditzy. Mm-hmm. I think that Arlene's mom wasn't necessary at times. Like, again, some of the shit that if I could have cut, I would have cut. Mm-hmm. I would have cut, like, her mom walking in and then being all like, "Oh my God, we're being bugged."
Yeah, I didn't bring that up.
We're being bugged. Yeah, there's no
There's
point.
There's something weird going on here, and I don't want to know about it.
Right. It was like, but again, it was just like, well, Yeah. So no, I would have made a lot of cuts. That would have pretty much been it. All right. I don't know if I really have too much else. Okay. Brewer should have been in it more. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Would you watch this film without me? I guess no. Yeah, I figured. It's going to be a no for me. That's cool. All right, let's move back into the handy-dandy Shakespearean notebook. Who was the sanctimonious, three-suited, starved lackey? Who was hypocritically self-righteous, servile, servants were allotted 3 suits of clothes per year, one who starves his servants? The Dick. The Dick.
Tricky dick.
Tricky dick, kids.
Yeah, I agree.
It was the dick.
It was the tricky dick. All right. What do you have for me?
Okay, so it's fucking Halloween, bitches.
It is. I was wondering if we were going to get into it
Absolutely, we're getting into
this
Halloween.
year again.
Absolutely. But I'm really digging this, well, especially now because of 2020. I'm really digging this uplifting movie, this like fun thing that we're going with
Okay.
for the now. So we're going to do a fun Halloween
A fun Halloween film? Oh my
fun
god.
Halloween film. A film that I watched in my youth. We're going to do. It's a Halloween film from my childhood.
Okay, you said that already.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do Double with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Ew!
I'm lying through my fucking teeth right now. We're doing fucking Hocus Pocus. I just wanted to see what your fucking reaction would be if I...
Oh my god! I am so excited!
Good!
Are you kidding me? Wait, are you lying?
No, we're doing Hocus Pocus.
Oh my god!
We're doing fucking Hocus Pocus.
Oh.
I want to do Hocus Pocus.
Opie's awake and everything.
Yeah, hey, he's excited. We're gonna do it.
We're
So,
gonna do Hocus
kids,
Pocus.
you fucking heard it here. That was Dick. But next week, contemplators, get ready. We're gonna do some fucking Hocus fucking Pocus.
Yay!
It's great. We're excited.
Oh, I'm
it's
so
gonna
excited.
be
I
a fun
can't wait.
fucking Halloween film. So
I'm ready to watch it now.
good. So, contemplators, thank you so much once again for joining us on this wonderful, wonderful fucking evening, day, morning, night, whatever the fuck it is at the time you are
Afternoon.
watching it. Thank you. You can find us on all podcasts.
Okay, Chris Hansen. We're a lot of guys.
Why don't you sit over there? Just sit right over there. Have some cookies.
Sure.
All podcasts and platforms. Please leave us a like and subscribe if you don't mind. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts if you don't mind.
That would be awesome. We are also all over the World Wide Web. On Twitter, we are movies_pod. On Instagram, we are movies.contemplation_pod. We have an email, movies.contemplation@gmail.com. And we are also on Facebook, Movies and Contemplation Podcast.
Right, contemplators. That was Dick. Once again, thank you so much. And we will see you cats next week with Hocus Pocus.
I'm excited. Now we get to eat ice cream.
Yeah, bitch! Bye!